I was enjoying the show. Good job, guys. Good hustle all the way around.
Thanks.
You did get popcorn in my cleavage, though. I'm very not.
Popcorn, my cleavage? What is popcorn? I've never heard.
He said he was watching. He said he was watching the.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got it.
You gotta have popcorn when you're watching an orgy.
Yeah, but
they do it in L.A., but out here.
Here in Vegas.
But how do they get popcorn in your cleavage? Because you were laying down on your back and your boobs, they're real, so they separate all the way to the armpits. You know, that's how real boobs do, right? Don't they?
I stood up too fast, okay?
Well, that's what mine do.
That's what yours do? You trap the popcorn in your cleavage?
Yes.
So anyway, in Texas, a high school chemistry teacher was taken into custody Friday afternoon before she taught her last class of the day following a drug raid at her apartment. Oh, yeah. Don't ask me how to say her name.
I don't do drugs, though. Just
Maria Gonzalez?
Haven Bui? Bui?
That's not a Texas name.
Who teaches chemistry at both Oak Ridge High and Lone Star College in Conroe, Texas, reportedly had notes on how to manufacture the so-called date rape drugs in her backpack at the time of her arrest. Police took the teacher into custody following a raid in her apartment. They discovered more recipes as well as methamphetamine, marijuana, numerous prescription medications, and gamma-hydrobutyrane.
That's the date rape drug. I mean, I think.
Used in a manufactured date rape drug. Yep, exactly.
Wow. So she's. I mean, at least you're learning something useful in school. Like,
Wait.
Finally.
What I'm confused about is she had the ingredients to manufacture the date rape drug, but then she had the date rape drug. Like, what's like? Isn't it like a pure like chemical? How do you make the date rape drug?
I'm not the chemistry teacher. I'm not sure.
No, I really want to know how do you make the date rape drug.
Tell us how to make the date rape drug.
I will do further research and let you know.
I have a friend, let's say, who says that that the date rape drug is actually the best form of sleep aid. Like if you have insomnia. I'm not making a joke, people. If you have insomnia, you take the date rape drug and you go to sleep. You get instant REM right away, and when you sleep for 4 hours, it feels like he takes it to go to sleep at night.
Except I heard you wake up with raging
Yeah, it's a
headache.
terrible hangover, I've heard.
Yeah.
Really?
And your asshole is just super.
Yeah.
Well, CeeLo says it's not rape if you're sleeping, so it's a win-win.
Oh yeah, is that what he said? What did he say exactly?
One of the things that he said.
Black people just aren't looking good these days, are they?
There's a lot going on.
Like seriously, like think about what's going on with black people. they're getting shot, and you're like, yeah, man, that sucks. Let's stand up high, and then like, oh, the guy was a fucking asshole, a violent asshole. Okay, and this woman's like, oh man, I got charged with prostitution, and like, yeah, poor black people, and then you find out she's a fucking raging bitch, and then you have the switch going on, and then CeeLo like raping Sleeping Beauty and stuff. That's not a good month for black people. Good thing it's not February.
I was just going to say that.
That's funny.
Oh, sorry, go
Black
ahead.
people.
The poor. I do feel bad for Adrian Peterson because he was like, "What do you mean we hit our kids with switches?" That's what my dad did.
My dad used to hit and threaten us with a belt.
Yeah, it was the belt. Well, that's the white people. The belt.
Yeah, but you didn't smart off though. Like you just had to reach for it. And you're like, I'm good. No,
Yeah.
I'll stop.
So what happened to the kid? Did he have to go to the hospital? He just had bruises and cuts and stuff, or what was it?
Like kind of welts and cuts.
How did he get caught? Like how did?
I don't know what happened. I mean,
these
AP
kids
usually asks for
these
my
days-
Was it the mom who's like, let me get some money from Adrian Peterson and my
Right,
kid was
or
abused so I can
he
get some money?
Probably sent out a tweet.
I just
Yeah.
beat my child.
No, the kid.
Hashtag sorry.
Hey, my dad just beat me with a switch.
Yeah, but I love that. I love
fuck my
how
fantasy team.
like all the white media is going like, he hit him with the switch. What like people like they're so outraged by the idea of a switch. It's a stick, and you rip the like. Is it that far removed from being? Am I that old that I know what being hit like getting hit with a switch is normal?
That. You remember that shit? You remember when your dad went for the belt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A switch isn't so crazy. Like I don't know. I don't get it.
I think they need it.
Yeah.
All kids need
Well, black kids in particular. But
you said it.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Moving on to the next story.
Send all emails to
let's go to Laugh Factory.
To Bill Cosby at BillCosby.com.
yeah.
Jeez, on that note, wait, now I gotta go to a different story because you got me thinking. No, I can't find it. Oh well, whatever.
I got hit with a race car. You know the Hot Wheels, the race
What?
tracks with the hot. remember?
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
A track.
The track.
That
Was it
would
the black
snap
one with
off.
the yellow lines?
Not the blood. That was good for loop to loops. It was the
They were
red.
great. I love those.
It was
so
the
much.
red one. It was
Okay.
the red one,
Yeah, I
and
know
we'd
what
call
you're
it the
talking
red thing.
The red.
And
Give me that red thing to hit you with.
and then like we'd get like for presents and for Christmas we'd get like a Hot Wheel set. We'd be like, it was such a mixed emotion, you know. Yay!
Yeah.
It's a 2-for-1.
Just asking for pillows for Christmas every year.
Yeah, you know, because my dad would be like, go find something to hit you with. And I'd be like, bring him a pillow.
Socks.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about kids, in Norway, a 4-year-old sleepwalks 3 miles to a nearby town on a stormy night wearing just her underwear and a pair of thin boots. I don't know. That's pretty much it.
4-year-old?
A 4-year-old.
That sounds like another date rape drug story.
Yeah, she says she remembers dreaming the house was on fire, putting on her boots, unlocking the front door, and her aunt, who was also watching her 3 younger siblings, said it scared basically the shit out of her.
Why is this child not sleeping in any clothes? That's my question.
Right?
That's. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
start
that's kinda
sleeping
weird,
like in
yeah.
underwear until I was
Like now.
15,
Grown up.
16. Yeah, like when I was 4, like I had footy pajamas. Like
And she had no shoes on?
Thin boots.
Thin boots.
Those boots were made for walking, though. Let me tell you.
Yeah, there's something fishy about that. Those Scandinavians, man, they got problems. There's weird shit
Black
going on
people,
over there.
Scandinavians. Next target.
Ready for the next target? Next
Yeah.
target. Boxer-clad suspect allegedly attempts break-in using shears. Garden shears. A man faces breaking and entering charges after he allegedly tried to force his way into a southwest Albuquerque home using garden shears and wearing only his white boxers. Woman called 911 on Sunday saying a man she didn't know was sticking his hands through her dog door trying to break into her home.
I don't see anything wrong with that so far.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah. I just
He's
love
an
the idea.
adult. He's fine in his underwear.
Is he trying to crawl through it, or is he sticking through the dog door thinking that?
No,
it
he's
can
trying
numb?
to pry it off, I guess.
Oh,
Because after the police arrived, basically, I can't find it. Basically, what happened was, as the police were there, they started threatening him, telling him to stop what he was doing. He's screaming he wants to see his daughter. This lady doesn't know him. She
Oh
doesn't
my
even
God.
have a daughter. And so he's still like stabbing the door with
Okay.
shears, and he's broken in as they're telling him. But they ultimately ended up breaking in the backyard and tasing him.
so this guy was like, he was on meth or something.
Yeah, he was
Albuquerque,
loopy.
New Mexico. It's like guess the drug and guess the race. I would say Mexican meth. That would be my double down.
I would say white and
I'm
meth.
saying white.
Well,
yeah.
the garden shears, because that's what don't
Yeah,
they?
actually, it's
yeah.
Mexican.
And boom, nailed it. Pretty good, guys. I'm pretty good at this. I'm pretty good at instant judgments on people.
This is a funny part,
As
though.
we continue to play What Race Is It?
That would be a fun game. Okay, here's this. Here's what happened. Guess the race. A, black. B, Caucasian.
No,
Don't
but
give us the name.
Yeah, keep doing that. Keep doing that. Let's play. Let's put money on it for real. Like I need some cash.
We lost it all in blackjack last
I know.
night.
All I have is Zip Fizz to bet with.
Oh, that'd be fun. Let's bet on Zip Fizz. Okay, next one. Don't name the race, and I'll guess it.
wait. This is the last part of that
Oh, fuck,
story.
okay.
Wait. No, because it's funny. Is that the police, after they got into the yard and arrested him, he ran away in handcuffs, but then stopped and sat down about 20 yards away.
It's not worth it. No.
He's like, I'll get away. No, I won't.
No. I was never fast.
Well, he was Mexican, not black.
Hey, come on now, guys. No, probably he was like, I'll get away. Then he's like, oh, I can't swim in these.
This is a weird one.
If he was black, there'd be no water involved at all.
Okay, out in Australia, a Pizza Hut restaurant.
White. Sorry, continue.
Wait for the story. Wait for the story.
Could be. What do they call Aboriginal?
That's true.
Pizza Hut restaurant has shocked customers by offering a free animal from a local pet shop as part of a meal deal.
Black.
If you buy 10 large pizzas, you get one small free animal.
What kind
Like
of
to
animal?
eat or to like own?
Yeah.
Like on top of your pizza? Like
What kind of animal?
Eat the animal. So now it's Asian. Now we're talking about Asians.
I can see the picture.
did I get a kangaroo? Like that's a koala?
Well, they show
I'll have a
hamster.
12-piece chicken and a fucking and a wombat, please.
That's amazing.
I don't know.
That's really weird.
I think when I was a kid, like you get like a free basketball or something like
Yeah.
that. But like,
black.
You're like, oh, I'll have the pizza, and then like you walk away like, here's your guinea pig. And you're like, oh fuck, what do I?
now you have to take care of this. You don't have a choice.
Australia's the land of like fucked up animals, so you might get like a tarantula or an anaconda.
That was my favorite part about being like what people don't realize about New Zealand and Australia. Like Australia has everything in the planet that can kill you there. Like
Yeah.
every spider, every snake, every animal. It's the most dangerous.
Like in the outback is like the
Oh, it's crazy. And then New Zealand, which is just a short flight away, has literally no animals. There's like they have the dodo bird, which was indigenous. Was it the dodo bird? The one little fucking the kiwi bird. The kiwi bird.
Oh,
Dodo
okay.
bird's been extinct for like 200 years. So the kiwi bird, that's only, and then basically every animal they've had to like bring in. And I did a wildlife hike in New Zealand, and literally it was the most boring thing on the fucking planet. Because the guy, we're literally in the woods. Like, look, there's no, and the guy's like, oh, look at that branch, it's broken. Probably some sort of critter jumped on it, broke it. Look at that hole in the tree. Probably some sort of badger, maybe. But there's literally no animals. You're like, this is the fucking worst wildlife trek I've ever been
Here's
on.
where Peter Jackson shot his first movie, and here's where Peter Jackson shot his 8th movie.
This one's more of a visual one, but it's funny as shit. It's called The Sum of All Evil, and basically there's an artist that has gone through. Here, I'll just show you my phone. Gone through, and he's put up like a whole bunch of McDonald's, the Ronald McDonald guy, and he's hanging with he's mixed it with that and Nazis.
With the Holocaust,
You have to like
stuff.
scroll through the pictures. It's more of a visual. I had to post it on the website.
So
but
it's
that's-
like, is this an installation he did, or like a photoshopped photo?
No. He actually did this.
Okay, so it's
There's several
installation. It's
scenes.
installation.
Yeah.
So people, this is what it is.
Let me break this down.
It looks like a war-torn Berlin type of and you have all these people in Nazi outfits around, and then you have Ronald McDonald's hung up like Jesus Christ all along above them, who are standing underneath them. And the point of
he
it
is the Messiah, as they call it.
Messiah.
and then you have a bunch of dead people. I'm gonna go with Jews on the ground.
White.
White.
Yep.
Yep, definitely. It's it's pretty crazy. I mean, McDonald's is
The faces of you guys
Really
as you look
evil.
at this.
Was McDonald's is that what caused the Holocaust?
I think
Is
so.
that what we're
I think
getting?
That's what happened. Yeah.
sounds about right.
They were on to something.
What do you think of it?
They love to see you smile.
That's,
There aren't words.
I'm loving it.
Da. That's really. I don't.
That's amazing.
Did they explain what the point is?
No, not really.
Terrifying.
Not really.
To
Germans.
upset people a lot.
It's to promote the McRib.
It's back. McRib is back.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the McRib is back.
Oh, I guess the exhibition was actually titled Chicken, showcasing their latest piece, The Sum of All Evil. The duo speculate on central themes such as the Holocaust, violence, death through cutting,
And McDonald's.
and McDonald's, evidently. Yeah, that was kind of. Did I show you the pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
very odd.
Wow.
it's
We went
interesting.
very gruesome.
I have to be honest. Right now, if that door opened, and if it was like a Nazi standing there, I'd be much more terrified if it was Ronald McDonald.
100%.
You know what I mean? If
What if
guy
it
is
was
fucking-
Ronald McDonald in a Nazi suit?
that's the sum of all evils
Now
right there.
there's a
Right?
Halloween costume
Jumping
right
out of the
there.
window right now.
That's a Halloween costume.
I don't know. We're both blonde and
McNazi.
blue-eyed. We'd probably be okay.
Just goes to McNazi.
That's true. If it was a Nazi, I'd be like, he looks like a Jew.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, him.
I do, but I'm not. I swear.
Yeah, but it
Blue
doesn't
eyes,
matter.
an Aryan race, totally.
I'd be like,
fucked.
prove
You're a
it.
Jew? You're a Jew?
No, I'm not a Jew, but I'm part Greek and part Native American.
You know what's really funny is like just to call people a Jew, is derogatory. You're supposed to say, "Are you Jewish?"
Right.
Yeah.
But somehow, that's like you can actually say Jew as a verb, but that's always been derogatory. I think up until recently, like you're supposed to say someone's Jewish. It's like even the Jews, like no, it's supposed to be Jewish people.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is a lesson to learn. The more you
That's
know.
like that. That's like that line in Seinfeld when Whatley becomes a He becomes a Jew because he wants the jokes.
Because he wants to joke.
And then Jerry's mad about it. He goes, "You're an
Anti-dentite.
anti-dentite."
Yeah. Or Louis C.K. has a bit about how like Jews, like the derogatory term is also the term that people just say about it.
Yeah.
He goes, it's just about how you say it. Wouldn't it be great to see the president like, and it doesn't matter Christians, Muslims, or the Jews. Like just like add like a little thing to it. Jews.
Man steps in front of a truck and then sets himself on fire.
White.
Whoa, wait a second. That's a tough
White,
one.
yeah.
Sets himself on fire.
He's white.
White.
White people are only enough people crazy
Actually,
enough to
it
set
does say
themselves
the
on
same.
fire.
Yeah.
Highway Patrol says 28-year-old Hugo Ramos
Oh.
Mexican.
pulled to the side of the highway, stepped into the road, and was hit by a truck. Ramos then got up, retrieved a container of gasoline from his car, swallowed some of it, poured the rest on his body, and then set himself on fire as 3 children sat in his car.
Oh my God.
His children? No, just 3 children?
Just 3 children. Officials say a bystander extinguished the blaze. He was flown to the Cleveland Hospital where he is in critical condition. And says the children were not injured. But it doesn't actually specifically...
I'm so confused by this story. So he got hit, first he got hit by a truck.
He pulled off to the side of the road. At least he was, safe for the kids.
Yep.
He wanted to kill himself, basically.
Basically, in front of the kids.
Probably because they were like, when we get home, how much longer? So he gets out of the car, and he walks in front of a truck just to get hit.
Yes, and he gets hit by a truck.
But
And
I
then
like he had a backup plan. Like, in case the truck doesn't kill me,
Or maybe
I've got some gasoline I'm ready to go.
not a
maybe
quitter.
he got out of the car. He goes, kids, I'm going to run across to the street and get you some gifts or something. He's running across. He gets hit by a truck. He's like, oh, man, I'm in so much pain. Let me pour this water on me.
he drank
This
some of it
tastes
too.
weird, too, but I'm fine.
It was like a Pink Panther episode. We keep doing all the fucking wrong things. Oh, wait, this is gasoline.
He sets his ass on fire. Maybe he kidnapped the kids, and maybe that's... I don't know.
I mean...
Because they didn't ever specify. They just said 3 kids.
3 kids.
So he was driving. So he was obviously, whatever, cogent enough that he could drive a car with 3 kids. And he pulled over, tried to kill himself, and he still failed, by the way.
He's in the hospital recovering,
Oh, poor
Worst part,
guy.
even if he recovers, then he's still in Cleveland. Like, that's...
And still a loser.
It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Oh, boy.
LeBron's back. It's fine.
Huh?
I said LeBron is back. They're fine.
We'll see how long that lasts. Yeah, LeBron can't leave Cleveland now after he comes back.
Oh, it would be like, yeah.
He has
worse.
the rest of his career. It's
Yeah.
got to be there.
It's just really a bad move.
To go back to Cleveland?
Just to go back to Cleveland in general. I mean, not basketball-wise, just in general.
Yeah.
You hate Cleveland.
It's just really bad. Have you been to Cleveland?
No.
Don't.
Okay.
It's like Detroit, and then Cleveland's right behind it. Kind of depressing. Sorry, Cleveland. Feel
Police
bad.
in
It's
Italy.
a dark turn.
Police in Italy said a man who reported a burglar in his home had actually discovered his wife's secret lover. The investigators said that the man called the police when he discovered a man in his bedroom while he was in bed with his wife. Officers arrived to chase down the man. However, the burglar, once apprehended, they discovered the man was not an attempted thief, but rather the secret lover of the homeowner's wife. The man had intended to surprise the woman with a late-night visit and fled when he discovered the woman's husband was home.
Oh, that's definitely Italian, guys.
Police said the revelation led to a physical altercation between the 2 men. Officers had to pull them apart.
Wait, I love the revelation. Like they go, oh, okay, well, let's go back and talk to the guy. Why were they ever in the same room again?
I have no idea.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Right?
That's terrible.
Like,
Stuff
that's
like
when
that.
you prefer it would have been a burglar.
Yeah.
You're pissed off that you found out it wasn't a burglar.
Oh my God. That's like my worst nightmare. Is that I get married, and then like I come
That's
and
it.
there's like a dude. Well, that's
I get married.
My second worst nightmare. The first way is I get married. My second worst nightmare is that like you go home and there's like a dude in the closet like.
Oops.
Like
feel like
Quagmire.
Oh
I feel like that
God.
only happens in like sitcoms and movies.
In Italy.
Like, not real. In Italy, I guess.
All the time.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know where my last one just went. But That's really weird. Okay, how about a really weird one? Because the other ones were normal.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
totally fine.
Now, there's a survey that says that Idaho outranks New York for nation's rudest drivers. And that's pretty much it. The story is not really.
I don't believe that.
Idaho.
I don't believe
They
that.
said they either drive too slow or they'll cut you off and flip you off.
But what's
I
weird?
believe that they drive too slow, but they do not cut you off.
But what's weird about that is who's ranking
Unless
that? Because
it's Boise.
they have to be people in Idaho. So people in Idaho who drive in Idaho are saying they're the rudest drivers. They're talking about themselves. Because who else is going to Idaho except for Idahoans? Idahoans? Is that what you call them?
Idaho?
Imagine
Idaho?
Ida Heidi Ho.
I call them relatives.
Hey now,
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
you're from Idaho? I just remember being in Idaho and everything smelled like rotten eggs. Rotten eggs.
Oh.
Really?
They had this whole sulfur
What
thing
part were you in?
or methane, huh? Boise.
Oh yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it
Yeah,
for the
it
news.
just smells like meth.
That's pretty much any small town. They have nothing else better to do.
But they would turn on the water and it smelled like methane because there's like a lot of methane around. And they put it in the fridge. They're like, oh, just put it in the fridge. 4 days later, you don't smell the methane. I'm like, that's probably a shitty way to fucking have drinking water.
Oh, that's the reason for that is from what the fuck do you call it? Like the vegetation.
Yeah.
That it's basically getting rancid and turning it. It's in the water supply, so that's what that is.
Oh God.
It sounds so lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't go there.
Visit Idaho.
But they said that if it's too strong, like you're gonna stop drinking it before it's gonna be high enough levels to hurt you.
That's interesting.
Not going to trust myself.
And that's why they
not
stick
go
it.
there.
They stick it,
Yeah, that's why they stick it in the fridge and they don't care.
and then 4 days later, like, it's perfect. No.
Yeah, because if
I'm
it's
really
too strong
thirsty,
for you to
but
smell
gotta
it,
wait
or
4 days.
If it's too strong to where you can smell it and you don't want to drink it, you're not going to drink it and you're going to be fine.
Oh, interesting.
So that's really weird that I know that.
Yeah, that is really weird.
Random thoughts you don't need to know.
Oh, thanks, Snapplecap.
Yeah, I know.
And now you know.
odd weird things.
Knowing is half the battle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was doing the more you know, but no
The more you know, yeah. Everyone knows the more you know. Do they still have the more you know?
I don't think they do it.
What's that?
The more you
No,
know.
on NBC thing?
Yeah.
Would it be like ding ding ding?
Oh yeah, that's
The
right.
more you know.
I always feel like it's a good way as a comic to punch out of a joke. If it gets like too like whatever, no one laughs. Just the more you know.
Holy crap. It says high on meth, man punches and chases a woman with a pitchfork in South Oklahoma
White.
City.
Wider.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's whiter than God knows what. He's, yeah,
White.
Oklahoma
Meth,
City man.
pitchfork.
Facing charges for domestic assault and destruction of property after a drug-fueled incident on the south side of the metro today. Police were called out to the scene. Said that the suspect had left the home walking. Well, whatever. Who cares?
So what was his name?
His name was. I have no fucking clue.
It's white.
He could have been red.
No.
Pitchfork could have been devil.
Could have been a
Actually,
devil.
that's funny. That's what the title was of the other.
Who's
He is-
that guy? Is that Joe Rogan? Who is
Said
that?
that meth
That's
makes you the
Joe
devil. I don't know, but he's white.
He looks tough as
He's
shit.
definitely white. We were chasing some girl down with the pitchfork.
That's terrifying, man.
He said, "I'm gonna kill you."
It is,
fucking
but it's
bitch."
also kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
Like just the idea of someone chasing someone with a pitchfork. I
Yeah.
enjoy that.
If you saw a girl getting chased down the street, a guy with a pitchfork, would you intervene?
Yes.
It depends
You
what
would?
weapon I have.
Yeah, I would have him hand me the pitchfork.
I'd hold her still.
I don't know if I feel like I normally would, but that's like so scary.
Yeah, and it's a long
Eventually,
reach.
Like,
she's
you're
gonna,
crazy.
Eventually, she's gonna trip. So no, I'm
Yeah,
not.
that,
Yeah.
that guy's gotta
Oh,
be
God.
insane to be chasing someone with a
Yeah.
Pitchforks are heavy.
It's true.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'm
and
one
she
hell
grew up
of
on a
a
farm.
shot
She
with a
knew
weapon.
this shit.
Yeah, so you know even better. That's a long reach. Like you can't get that close to a guy with a pitchfork.
Yeah. Like,
What, 6 foot? About 6 foot.
like I would intervene if a guy was chasing a girl with like a broom or like pom poms or something, but I wouldn't pitchfork. I don't know.
I feel
what
like
I'd do.
broom is what you see when the housewife chases the man.
Yeah, yeah.
You would see that in the cartoon. Or frying pan.
Oh, frying pan.
Frying
Yeah.
pan's a classic.
Oh man.
Is that it for the news?
Yeah, and so that's it for the
That's it
news.
for the news.
Yay!
News, and now you know.
The more you know. Bling.
And now your day's better.
So you're here till Sunday, 8:30.
Saturday, 8:30, 10:30. Sunday, I'm going to do. Here's a weird thing. I'm doing I don't know how I got this gig. I'm doing a charity gig in Tucson it's called Laugh Till It Hurts, and it's a campaign to stop violence towards women. And which is great, and that's a good cause, but I'm just like, have you seen my act? It's not the most I mean, I'll not. It's not like my act is all about hitting bitches, but it's definitely it definitely has a very kind of like dude bent to it that isn't necessarily the most. I don't know why they want me to
like the best
do it. Maybe. Yeah, and I'm a little bit nervous that I'm going to start talking there, but this guy's an asshole.
How is that different than any other night?
Hey, come on, Sarah, that's not nice.
This is for charity.
Yeah, it's different because this is for charity.
He has an image to uphold.
Well, I have this joke. I don't know if we were friends then yet, but one of the first times I came to Vegas, true story, the girl who worked at Chris Angel, she asked me out on a dinner date to the sushi place. We go there, and the waiter gives me the bill, and she doesn't do it. And I look at her, I was like, hey, it's a true story. And then she goes, and she said, I don't know, it's our first date, and I'm old-fashioned. Now, that's the real story. And the joke, I'm like, well, that's okay, I'm old-fashioned too. So I slapped her for talking back. Now, obviously, that joke I can't do.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Particularly now with Ray Rice and all this stuff, I can't do it.
Yeah, that's...
So I've been looking for a punchline that's and even no pun intended. And even
I was looking for a Ray Rice jersey to wear during this set.
And then I'm like, what punchline could I do that work? Because even if I try to submit that to TV, because it's a joke I want to like whatever submit to like Ferguson stuff, you can't have a joke where you're slapping a woman anymore. It's like way too So I was like, I'm old-fashioned too. So I was like, burn her at the stake, but that's not that funny to me.
Funny, yeah.
So I don't know what would be funny. And then Harry's like, what if you say I ran her over with a car? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What old fashioned is that?
I might as well just say I'm gonna slap her. Like it's the same thing.
Yeah. So I don't know what would be funnier.
So I slit her throat. Like
yeah, exactly.
That's just murder. That's not old fashioned.
So I stoned her. I don't know. Maybe the funniest version is going to be I slapped her for talking back. There's no other funny.
That is the funniest version.
Yeah,
burned her at the stake, maybe.
Really, you don't.
I mean, don't
in
do
a
it at
joke
the
called
show.
"Stop Violence Against
don't do
Women."
that one
So I
there.
slapped her for talking about. Are you with me, guys? What's up, Tucson?
you hear crickets. Then one
The
guy.
crickets would be too uncomfortable even.
One guy in the back. Yeah, I'm with you.
And I don't even think even on late night TV you could say that anymore.
Yeah,
I think it's like things have changed. That you can't say retard anymore. You can't say faggot. You can't say bitches is hard. I mean, there's so many words that are just so. Even if you do say them, you almost have to say them in a way where you're addressing the fact that they're taboo. Like Louis C.K., where he talks about fag. You can't even say fag or retard. You can't You can't just casually throw out the word retard.
My friend said instead of retard, he likes to say intelligently challenged.
Intelligently challenged. But even that, I have a joke about how I talk about how my dad introduces, like when I go to family functions, both my brothers are doctors. They're married to doctors. So my dad says, this is my family, Dr. Dawes, Dr. Dawes, Dr. Dawes, Dr. Dawes. Bill. and then I'm like, he's single and lives alone. No, he's not retarded. And like, that's whatever. Like, but now I'm going, no, he's not mentally handicapped. And like, really, that's the best substitute I can do. No, he's not. And then everyone looks at me like I'm mentally handicapped. It just feels like, oh, come on. There can't be. Why are the best words offensive? Because they're efficient.
Because they're the best.
Same reason the best foods are unhealthy.
Offensive, efficient, and offensive are very similar. You know what I mean?
Like over in London, it's a compliment to a woman to be called a cunt. Over here,
they call each other cunts. Guys call each other.
I don't know if it's a compliment.
No,
I've had a couple people. Even a girl named Joan from London came on, and she said over there, women don't find it offensive.
They don't. You'd be like, oh, you're a good cunt. He's good. Yeah. That's what I was saying. Why I think part of the reason why Jim Jeffries is so popular, because he says cunt like 50 times per show. You can be like, cunt, without it being offensive.
Yeah.
You know, people can get on board with that. I would never say cunt in my act. Never. I said it one time here. There was a girl who was like kind of shitty, or she was heckling. She'd be like, and I was like, you know what? I would never. I was like, I'm not going to attack you. I'm not going to fight. I would never disrespect any woman, even a total cunt like you. And literally, I was told you do that again, you get kicked out. You can't come back.
You should say it with an English accent.
Right, yeah, you said it if you had a British accent.
Even a cunt like you.
Oh, he's adorable.
I think you're too old to be adorable.
I'm still adorable. Come on, get out of here.
Well, give it up for Bill Dawes, everybody.
Yay! Yay!
Go and check him out at the Laugh Factory. There's always 2 for $1.
How come we didn't have any
local.
callers? No one called in today?
No, I guess not.
I got no fucking street cred, dude. No one gives a shit. Do you think people will come? Can we give them? Let's give them some incentive.
All right.
Yeah, let's do like a ticket deal, right? Can we do that?
Sure.
What do you want to do?
You do it, because if Harry doesn't approve it, then I'm not going to get in trouble.
If they contact me on the Facebook.com, on my message, Bill DAWES, I can give them free tickets. Number 1. Number 2, if they're cute, they can threesome with me and Sarah.
Does that apply to me? Because I'm pretty
Not
cute.
that type of
Let's be
threesome.
just-
Not the devil's threesome.
He's only had zippers. Hit him up later. Are you calling now?
Punch.
Who's she calling?
Rock and Comedy Show.
Hi, I was just interested in what I heard on the radio.
Oh my God. Are you calling Barry?
Yeah.
Is this Bill? Hello?
Who? What's going on? I'm so confused.
She's calling you.
My phone's closed.
No, you
I called the radio
You
show.
called the radio show, so now you get to talk to her.
Who called the radio show? Everything's way too like Inception, like metaphorical right now. I don't know what's happening.
We wanted callers to people.
I felt for a second that actually someone called in.
Yeah, she did.
I did. You asked to call in. I heard it on the radio.
Guys, I appreciate you trying to make me feel better about the fact that I have no fan base.
Oh, I wasn't saying all of that.
But we should definitely come out and see you for sure. So at least there'll be 3 people in the audience.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Sarah, usually before I come out, I'm like, I just do like a little, like not a lot of promotion, but I just hit up people I know, say, hey, bring your friends or da-da-da. And like usually every show, there'll be like 4 or 5 people that promote it or, whatever, different like friends of mine. And I didn't do anything this time. And when you go in an audience,
And that's
you know
funny
nothing.
because when I sent you the text message, you're like, well, obviously, I'm in town. I go, no, I didn't. I was just sending a
Well, because I haven't heard from you in months. All of a sudden, you're like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh, so I'm in town," and you're
I was
like,
like,
"No." I just felt it in the air.
The winds have changed.
I was just saying, what's up? No, I think you'd posted that picture of your New York apartment or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of a random picture.
Well, I kind of put it up there because I'm probably heading back to LA and I want to rent it to someone for like way too much money. So I want to put it up there like, hey, what does it look like? Go to my Facebook. Whatever. This is like not interesting, but that's why I did it. And also, so the ladies know I have a nice place in New York.
Yeah. You could just take any random picture and say, this is my place.
Yeah, and then bring it back to the rape dungeon that you actually live in. By the way, you want to borrow my picture and say that's what this is? This place looks nice, actually. I remember when I first came in here, I remember it being a little rape dungeon-y, but it really looks like a radio station now. You know what I mean? It looks really cool.
There's a switch that turns it.
Well, the
more
rape dungeon's,
dungeon-y.
in the other room.
Oh, it might just be that ball with all the lights that's making it kind of feel fancy.
It might be.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
the new LEDs over here,
Oh, yeah.
Pretty fancy.
Christmas all year
Oh,
round.
very cool.
Nothing says fun like colored balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, Darius, I hope you were listening.
Wow.
Hope you were listening.